I start anything, I want to wish everybody around the world Ramadan Kareem. Okay, so I'm hoping that this is going to be a really good time for everybody. So Ramadan Kareem to everybody. And I just, with this world changing in so many different ways, I just wanted to salute everybody on the front line, or we wanted to salute everybody on the front line that's working against this virus. Okay, there's so many people out there. There's so many angels. Yeah, please. There's so many angels out there that are just doing an amazing job. And honestly, we salute you. You're doing just a fabulous job. So thank you so much to everybody. And honestly, keep up the great work. You're doing an amazing, amazing thing for the world. Anyway, okay, let's go. So we've got our first live sports podcast. And today I'm joined by Karen and Islam. Now, Karen and Islam are absolutely fantastic out there from a fitness perspective. So go on, introduce yourselves.
Okay, I'm Karen Montgomery, and I'm a PT and a nutrition coach here, living in Qatar, but I work online as well. So I have clients around the world. I have lived in Qatar for 13 years, and I'm a triathlete. I like endurance sports and all kinds of, I like all sports. So really, I'm involved in the industry in a lot of many different ways, personally and also for my clients.
Brilliant. Islam?
Hi everyone, my name is Islam. I'm a fitness coach. I'm a triathlete as well. I've been living in Qatar for 5 years, and I'm currently organizing running races. The biggest running race we organize is called Qatar East-West Ultra Run, and it's a 90K run from the east to the west of the country. It happens every year in the winter, and this is what I do. This is who I am.
You've been amazing. People are going to recognize you from being on the show, and those people that haven't been on the show, or they didn't watch the In the Game show when you were on, you at the end of the podcast, what you looked up and you said, yeah, I couldn't swim 2 months ago. And then you were just about, or you were doing open swims on the sea for the triathlons.
Yeah, training for half Ironman at the moment.
I'm always putting it down to the excuse, why don't you do a triathlon? Oh, I can't swim. But you're the perfect example of overcoming those fears.
Yeah, just having fun with it.
Yeah.
So a little bit about, hello to Ben. My son's watching, so I'm a little bit under pressure even more now. One of the reasons why we're getting together is that we're going through this whole process. Everybody's getting used to this new way of living. I'm especially the perfect case. I've been inspired by you two more than anything else, because when this started, I suppose about 4 or 6 weeks ago, I can't remember exactly when we went into, we were talking, we had a podcast beforehand, and we were going to do this on a monthly basis, and it was going to be really, really good. And then all of a sudden we got locked. We were all told to go and work from home.
Yeah.
So we went from home, and it was, for me, it was a massive change, a huge change. And I had your podcast, and you said to me, we're going to go and do some exercise, and we were going to do I was going to do a bit of yoga. Correct?
That was the plan.
Yeah. So you two inspired me to go out there and do something about being fit. And it's been an absolute savior for me, because I'm now walking between 5 to 6 miles on a daily basis, and I'm doing yoga classes on 2 days a week. And even after 3 yoga classes, and it's online, I didn't realize I could move my body in so many different ways, and I feel alive. So I just have to thank you at the start that you both inspired me, and I'm hoping that we can inspire others, because it's kind of it really is just, I won't say transforming my life, but I'm doing things that I didn't think I could do. So,
just quickly, I want to say you do look great. You look really healthy and happy, and you can see it.
I feel really good, and it's kind of I just want to make sure that people don't have to go through. I don't know. I'm not saying that they're going through anything, but fitness is just, it's been such a lifeline for me, because it's very easy to just spiral, right? When you're normally in your home. There's a lot of people out there that's on their own, right? I'm one of them. But it's the fitness that's kept me going. And I've got to a stage where I kicked and screamed against it, and then all of a sudden I just kept on doing it. I kept on listening to you. You both were in my mind, because I thought to myself, if I don't do this, I'm just full of it. I am literally full of it. And I didn't do your 10-day challenge. I didn't do, because I didn't think I was ready for it. And believe me, when you first saw me doing the first few things with yoga, you would have understood. But now I will be able to do it, but I can, but step by step. And I think that's the story that I'm saying to people. Just take it step by step. But I'll tell you how fantastic you feel afterwards. And I know it's a cliche, but hey, listen, I came from 23 stone. Not literally, it's been about 6 years now. But I came from 23 stone, and I'm still going down, and I can't wait to be at 15.5 stone. And I will be there, because I'm going to do it every single day. So tell us, one thing that I'm hoping to cover today is both fitness. How do we start? So how does that person, and I know there's going to be a lot of people out there that's doing fitness on a bigger level, okay? But how do people get involved in fitness now, if it's the first time that they got involved with it, or they didn't get involved in it before? And Karen, especially you, is the nutrition, and how important that nutrition is in our lives right now, because it's kind of, we talk about the immune system, and you can affect the immune system with your diet, right?
You can definitely decrease your likelihood of developing diseases, and so you reduce your risk. We can't say that the diet will fix anything or cure anything, but we can say we make it less likely for us to become sick. Yes.
So a bit of being preventative. You're taking, because everybody's telling us garlic, ginger, all these type of things. It's so important.
It is. Yeah, it's really important to have a diet that is full of unprocessed, minimally processed, at least, whole foods. Eating a variety of vegetables. Eat the rainbow. Have lean protein and good quality plant proteins if you are vegan or vegetarian, and making sure you have you cover your bases with all the different macronutrients.
Islam.
But it's very easy to do. People think it needs to be complicated. It's not at all. It's not complicated, and it's not hard, and you can do it today.
So we're gonna go on this journey together. We've already spoke about this before, and we're gonna go on a journey together where we're gonna, over a period of when we get people coming on and listening and going through everything with us, we're gonna get them to kind of interact. So what we're gonna try and do is get people to interact with us so that we can talk about this on a regular basis. So we can ask, people can ask questions, and then next week we'll come back and we'll give the answers to those questions. So if they've got anything that they want to ask, we'll look at and see what questions people are asking. So we will build this up so that we can, and I'm a chef as well. So when you give us the items, I can give some ideas on different types of things that we could be making with those items, right? So that's one area. Yep. The other thing that we could talk about, if we can, so that we can bring Islam is how people can start off by doing fitness. What can they be doing in their homes, their bedrooms, something simple to get started?
Okay, so first of all, just let me give you a big shout out for what you've been doing and the achievements you've been achieving and being very consistent over the last month. It's really satisfying to see you moving all the time and sending us the videos and the voice notes. It's really amazing. I love it. And in terms of, I especially love the part when you said when I started doing yoga, I started moving my body in ways that I didn't know I could, before. And basically, this is what fitness does to you. This is what sports does to you. It shows you how much you can do, and it does not matter how good you get. There is always another level, you know, and there is always something to work on. So this is just I just wanted to spot that in the beginning. And if we want to talk about how to get started in a fitness journey at the moment, of course, now it's not the easiest time to start. You know, before you had all the gyms, all the parks were open, all the, you know, everything was open. So if you want to start now, it's not gonna be as easy as before, but at the same time, it's not impossible. Because actually the way I prefer to do it is to take things easy, you know. So I don't want you to come from not being active, not moving, not running, not doing any kind of physical activities, to doing everything the next day, you know. So it's, you know, so this is actually it's a bad time, but at the same time, if you think about it right, it's not a very bad time, because you want to start building momentum. You want to start building like this change. It does not happen overnight, so it takes time. So you want to start small. You want to start with small changes, as Ken said. Maybe small changes in your diet, small changes in your level of activity. So if it can be like maybe doing a 15-minute workout like from YouTube at home, you know, just play a simple workout, you know, on YouTube, but just try to be consistent with it every single day. It can be small changes with your diet. Try to eat healthier. Use the time that you have to cook at home instead of ordering food, you know, online. Get to know your body a little bit better, and just make sure over a long period of time. So 1 month from now, I'm gonna increase the load of what I'm doing. So instead of doing 15-minute walk, I'm gonna do 20-minute walk or 25-minute walk. You know, I'm gonna eat more veggies. I'm gonna eat less fast food. So I would suggest the best scenario from my point of view is to start with something simple that you can maintain for a month, right? Don't set a very big unrealistic challenge for yourself. Don't say I'm gonna be running 10Ks every day while you've not been running at all, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, like just take it, decide that you're gonna do small maintainable changes over a month, and then when this month is over and you've been 100% committed, then it's time to take it to a next step and add maybe 5 minutes here or 10 minutes there, you know. And this is the way to do it, really.
And I think everybody, and the great thing about what you're saying there, and I'm a good guinea pig example at the moment, is it that I did just that. I didn't say to anybody. I just, because I was just so unfit. I was really unfit. And I literally, I go out of where I live and I walk down to the one side of the road, and that was enough for me. And I could walk back again. And but I wanted to do more. I wanted to step it up. I wanted to do 5 miles. I wanted to do 6 miles. And it was just affecting me so much, when I should have just been happy with just walking down the road and walking back again. And now that I'm at that extent where I can do 6 miles on a walk, and I can do it for an hour and a half, it's only where I've just built it up, just like you said. And it feels good. I can't tell you the feelings that it gives you. Right? It's just amazing. Makes you sore. And that's another question I'm going to ask you both, is how you can kind of get over the soreness when you finished. It's like it's a nightmare, but it's
That's good. That's progression, though.
It's good. It's kind of, and I do feel good. But I was going to say to you, from a nutritional point of view, is it somebody said, eat more protein.
Protein is great for rebuilding the muscles. Then we need protein to synthesize our muscles and grow. Yeah, protein is definitely something you should eat for recovery. A nice whole carbohydrate, water, hydration. You know, there's certain minerals and vitamins are really good for muscles afterwards, like magnesium and potassium are really great. So having dates and bananas are fantastic for muscle recovery as well.
Oh, that's just really good information. It's best, and I know. And my biggest thing for anybody right now is just to listen to what you guys are saying, because it does work. It does, and if you take them little steps, if you just go out there and do the little steps to start with, they soon build up, because you want to step it up when you're ready. And you get, just walking down the road just to come back again, it's like you can then just build on that, and it does build. And then from the food, right, you've got to eat your food, whatever's. I see it now, it's so important to eat the right things. It's so important, because if you're going to have 1 or 2 meals a day, then eat the right things. Don't eat rubbish.
Exactly.
Don't eat rubbish.
Yeah.
Karen, how is your 10-day challenge going?
It's good. It's the second time I've run it now. The first time was really successful, and I launched it again last night. So people are still signing up, which is fantastic. And then we'll run for the next 10 days. There's lots of basically, you can go at your own pace. It's not for advanced exercises or fitness, people into fitness at all. It's for everybody. So whichever level you're starting at, there's something for you to do and take part in. There's exercises, and there's a lot of nutritional and food guidance in there as well. I set mini challenges throughout the 10 days. I'm always around for advice and to answer questions. There's a direct messaging service between me and the client. So yeah, it's really good. It's good fun. And it keeps you busy, and there's a lot of habit tracking in there, so you can keep a food diary, and you can make sure you've drunk enough water. Did you move enough today? Things like that. It's really cool.
This thing, and it's because I want to give you some credit. I thought that app was absolutely fantastic. I thought it was brilliant. It's like how much work has gone into that. That's really good. And because I know both of you right now, and you're both I won't say customer service, but your levels of service is so high, and the way that you communicate from both your social medias and the way that you interact with your messages that come through, it's excuse me, it is so personal, and that's exactly what we need right now. And it's like excuse me. So can you tell us what your app is, how they can download it?
Oh, okay, sure. If you go to my website, which is kmpt.online, and you can access it from there. You can sign up for the 10-day challenge. You can have a look at my services. Fill out an inquiry form, and off you go. That's basically how you'd access. Or you can do the same actually from my Instagram page. There's a link on my Instagram page, which is Kaz Montgomery PT. And you can access from there.
That's brilliant. It is fantastic. And I've got the app, and I love your messages that come through, because it really is personal. And especially, and if I go back to you, Islam, it's like you really do annoy me. Honestly, I'm not just saying this, but your social media, it just really, really gets to me. I want you to tell everybody where they can watch you. But I hate you with the handstands with one hand.
I know.
Okay? The wall where you're putting a t-shirt on with one hand. Like, what are you doing? Are you making us all try to feel inferior?
Girls.
Just like to shuffle things up a little bit,
Unbelievable. And you know this. You know I'm a fan of your social media. You know that I'm a fan of what you're doing. It's like it's just brilliant. How do they get in contact with you, Islam?
My Instagram page, Islam Sallam 4 on Instagram. You can find that, or my fitness page is called Next Level Fitness Qatar on Instagram as well. Next Level Fitness. I'm on Instagram all the time, and I'm always available on Facebook as well. So this is how you can get in touch with me.
Okay, that's brilliant. So they can get a hold of you. What have you found since this virus has happened? This kind of pandemic thing has happened. How has it affected? I know that we touched on it earlier, but how is it? How are you? Because I know, and I'm from the business world here in Qatar. And with sports and with business, it's the same. It's like you can either feel it can either get you down, or you can fight against it. How have you both fought against it? If I ask you first, Karen.
Okay. How have I fought against it? I take day by day. Everything is day by day, especially as I have 2 young children under 6. So I just try to focus, obviously on the positive things and what I can make the best of out of the situation. Obviously, we've lost all the face-to-face contact with our clients, and it's gone online. So, there's other areas to be explored, and that keeps me motivated. Working out regularly keeps me motivated. Doing small things every day that I couldn't do before, like I got to walk my dog once a day in the morning, in the evening. So now I get more time with even my dog. So everyone's kind of benefiting a little bit from being in this lockdown.
Even the dog.
Even the dog, because we have the whole, crazy school morning rush in the morning, 5 days a week. So it's just trying to find the best in kind of every small detail that we can now.
Okay.
And I am loving having more time to cook, honestly. I used to do a lot of meal prep on a Saturday, and that used to take up half of my Saturday. So we had healthy food for the rest of the week. And now I can do that every day. And that makes me it gives me some purpose. And I get the kids involved, and they like chopping vegetables and having fun in the kitchen. So it's great.
That's brilliant. Islam?
Yeah, well, it's the change happened quite quickly, and of course it's very challenging for everyone, and some people are getting affected by it in terms of like finances and like the business market and all of that. But I think if you it is not necessarily a negative thing. So if you can step back and look at the bigger picture and think about it, you might actually be able to find some opportunities here. So for example, for me, I was able to find new ways to run my business, as I mentioned earlier. So before it was all on-one. I was like, all my training involved me being physically there with my clients, but now I discover that I can do online sessions, and this can go on even after the whole situation is over and we can still meet again. But this way I can have clients from like different places all over the world, and even my clients who are here who cannot like drive every day or every other day to go to the gym, then we can still train online and things can work. So I think you just need to be a little bit dynamic and positive about the situation, and think of ways how to use it for your advantage, and of course, like, you would be affected, and of course there is a massive change going on. Not everybody can stay at home, not everybody, so like, yeah, I just think if you can think about it and use a different lens to look at it, it can be very beneficial. And also in terms of like having the time to sit down and in the world where everything is happening very quickly and there's so much going on all the time, I think having the chance to stay at home and maybe reflect and think about stuff and try to calm down a little bit from all the noise and all the hustle that has been happening for a very long time, I think it's a very good chance to come back to yourself.
I know the answer to this question because of the question I was going to both ask you. Do you really, and I'm not talking about that, I don't ever want to be in this situation again. I'm 53 years old. I've never seen anything like it. But do you think it's taught us how to really enjoy life a little bit more? Take us back a little?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, if you let yourself learn from the situation, because if you're angry and furious all the time and complaining about it, first of all, it's not going to change anything. Second of all, you'll not get the chance to see the positive side of it. I'm not saying it's very it's very positive, but if you just don't allow yourself to see this side of it, it's just going to be negative all the time. So yeah, it's a very good chance to enjoy the little things, to spend time with your family, to check on people that you haven't been checking on for a long time, just to realize what really is all about, and not take life for granted, because in the matter of days, everything can be taken from, not just from you, from everybody in the world. Now everybody's living a life that we never thought we would live. Everybody's doing it at the same time, the whole world. So yeah, like, it's a very good chance to think and see what really matters to you, and hopefully when we come out of this, we will be in a situation, like, we'll be in a different situation, and we don't go back to the bad habits that we used to do before, and only do the things that really matter to us.
I'll tell you a brief story. There was and I've always said this throughout my life when I've ever done sessions or whatever it may be. Is it sometimes I think that we get to a stage where, and I've said this to people, when they're just hustle and bustle, when they're all rushing around and they're doing things and they're just going crazy with, and it's so busy for them, I normally say to them, there was something on Facebook and it just made me feel so great, and it just re-centered me, was she just took a little film of the birds in the garden. They were feeding, and all they kept on doing was feeding and singing. And it's like, and it's something I say to everybody, is like, when was the last time you heard the birds sing? Because they're singing, but you don't always notice it. You don't notice those birds singing. And it just, those are the wonderful things that we've got in life. And we just underestimate it sometimes. So listening to your stories about what you're doing now with the kids and the kind of getting together with meals and doing those things with the dogs and taking your dog for a walk.
Yeah.
These are important things to us, right?
The simple things,
and it really does pull you back in the moment.
Yeah. And it does. Yeah. And the why, and we're talking about little things because we're going to have plenty of time to talk about fitness in those type of things. But I'm glad that today that everybody's got to know us a little bit. And I'm glad that because this is just the start for us, and we're just gonna go on from here. And it is about, and the one thing is, and I'm glad that we've touched on the subjects that we have today, because get into the fitness. Don't take mountains, or don't look up that mountain too high. Take it little steps and then enjoy that process. Enjoy achieving 2 or 3 steps. Don't look up. Don't look up. Just take it step by step. And that's something that I've been learning. The other thing is the nutrition, Karen, and I think that because I can't believe how the time's gone already, but I think that that's very important that we take care of, and that mind and spirit inside of us. And it's like taking advantage of the situation that we've been in right now, and then just kind of embrace it. And it's just wonderful. So next week, hopefully, we'll be talking about, we will go into fitness, we will go into the diet somehow, and talk about those type of things. And I won't do all the talking, you will. But I'm so thankful that you came on, because again, and I'm sorry I did do all the talking today. I do apologize. But what I do want to get over is what you've done for me, okay? In what you've done from my fitness, my health, my well-being, and I've enjoyed the journey with you. And the experiences I'm having with you are amazing, okay? So I just wanted to let people know that you can start at the very beginning, and it's people like you that make that difference for us, okay? Because we can change now, and we can change all those things that we've been talking about today. And now is the time, absolutely. I believe. Do you want to leave anything with anybody before we go?
Thank you so much for the chance. It has been amazing, and it's always good to come back to Ginger Camel and in the game.
They are. Ginger Camel is fantastic, and I know Stefan's going to be listening without a shadow of a doubt. They are fantastic. I love
in the game, love your show, man.
They give me the opportunity. Karen?
Yeah, so thank you for having us on, and I'm really looking forward to sharing more, each time we do this. So yeah, brilliant. Let's move on.
If it would do this, as long as people are coming to it and listening to it, please come. We'll be doing this every week now. And
Stefan just said he's watching.
I can't wait. You know what I'm hoping? One of the biggest things, and I think that with this, is that one thing that I'm hoping that we can do in the future is just build one massive social network of where we all go out and we do exercise, or we get a group of people with the different wonderful places around Qatar, and then really kind of take advantage of what fitness can actually do for everybody, especially from a social side.
Yeah, absolutely. This is how it happens. This is what we've been talking about. Baby steps. One day at a time.
One day at a time. Good on you. I know that you're a great man, honestly. Just think about those handstands with one hand, okay? It's not for everybody.
One was with the medicine ball. Did you see that one, Steve? With the medicine ball, that huge ball. I want to ask you how much that weighed.
It's about like 3 kgs or something.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
You really do. I just wish I could push you over sometimes. Seriously.
I'll give you that chance at some point.
Yeah.
By the way,
so much.
Stefan just said he's watching.
Sorry?
Hi,
Stefan just say he's watching. Stefan
Yeah,
Jones.
I'm just going to give a shout out. I've had my son. He said, "Hello, Dad. How are you? How's everyone?" Daza the Rook has been on. Bunny Isabel, she's watching from Oman. She always watches, even the ginger camel one, your onion. Stefan's listening. Stefan's watching. So I'll kind of get some feedback from him, which is always good. Thank you to both for so much for coming on. I've really enjoyed it. And before I go, tomorrow, it's going to be a good one. We've got a guy called Hamid Al-Khamizi that's going to be on the show at 2:15. And he's been on our show before, on our podcast. And he was to do with, I used to put on it, when I was promoting his event, I put when life gives you lemons, okay? So when life gives you lemons, make lemonade, okay?
Yeah.
So he was going to do being a food delivery service to people in the stadiums, okay? And what happened was this whole thing now is hitting for 6. But you know something? All he's thinking about now is how he can help others. Even though his business is going to be on a complete shutdown right now, he's already thinking about how he's going to help. Anyway, I'm ruining the story for tomorrow. Okay. Thank you guys for listening. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks for sharing, and thanks for helping.
Thank you so much. My sister just joined, so she's gonna watch it later then.
Hi, sister.
Hello.
Ramadan Kareem.
Yes.
Ramadan Kareem, everyone.
Ramadan Kareem to everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys. Honestly,
Thanks,
so
Steve.
much.